Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions on Bounce TV and to our worldwide web viewers on www.sportsvisionsusa.com. Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend and travel partner, Dale Williams. How are you?
What's up, player?
Hey, man, the NBA playoffs are in full effect, man. I'm excited to talk a little bit about the first round.
First round's been great, DJ. It's going to be a competitive series, man. And, hey, who's going to get upset, man?
Absolutely. Hey, check this out. We had our Female Athlete of the Year awards luncheon, and it was off the chain. Thank you so much to our sponsors out there. Without you, it wouldn't have happened. And we also have an opportunity to introduce you or reintroduce you to Coach Anita Howard from Columbus State University. She has her basketball camps coming up this summer. All that and more next on Sports Vision. Attention Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas. Sports Visions Entertainment presents the Party Bus Lifestyle. Take a trip with us. Don't worry about driving. 15, 25, 30 of your sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, family, or friends. Get to travel in luxurious lifestyle, in town or out of town visits. Come travel with us and experience the exclusive luxury Party Bus Lifestyle. Call 706-681-1136 or 706-681-5192. Welcome back to Sports Visions. The NBA playoffs are officially underway, Dale, and I know that our Atlanta Hawks, even though they're on the road and opened up a few days ago, they played tough. I like what I saw, and it gives me a spirit of that. I think that they can pull this thing out.
I would disagree with you on that, DJ. I don't think they played tough enough. I thought they got bullied by the Wizards, and hopefully they can turn that around. Paul Millsap, I think the first game, they just beat him up. And I think they just need to be a little bit more physical, and they got to contest some shots. I mean, John Wall just did what he wanted to do the whole game.
Yeah, John Wall's a grown man, and I know that obviously they just have to get bodies in front of him and not let him give a straight line because he goes and he's so quick. It's easier said than done. But poor Dennis Schroeder is trying to stay in front of him, but he has to have some help. But again, I think that even though they bullied the Hawks in the first game, I think that that gave the Hawks an understanding of they got to get physical. And I think they can do that.
Well, playoff basketball, DJ, no blood, no foul. They got to get used to that for the guys that are not used to it. But at the same time, I think really they're going to have their bench. I think that's going to be their strong point, DJ. They have a better bench than the Wizards, and that was apparent in the first game. But I think really the defensive side of the ball, they're going to have to be able to do some great things, man, because I'm telling you, John Wall and the Mike Morris kid, Bill, he didn't do that much, really, I don't think. But really, at the same time, I think we're going to have to put Tim Hardaway or somebody with some length and with some girth on John Wall.
Well, it was interesting that Coach Bud decided to go with the schedule or the starting lineup that he went with the last 5 to 10 game stretch there because he had some injuries. I know when you talk about Bazemore was out of the lineup, and Cephalosius was also out of the lineup. Right. So you had Hardaway in there as well as Prince.
That's right.
So, those two young players are excellent, and this is some excellent experience for these guys. But I feel good about not only what the Hawks, their chances of the playoffs, but definitely their future.
I mean, really, they got a great future. And like I said, the strong point, I think, is the bench. I think really when we were talking about when the Hawks was in a little slump at the end of the year, I think those players that are coming off the bench, they earn their way onto the court.
Yes.
They've done some great things with doing that. I think, again, if it gets down to the bench, I think the Hawks have an advantage with those bench players. But at the same time, Dennis Schroeder's got to turn up. He had a great first game, DJ. He had a good first game. Dwight Howard, he must get involved offensively and defensively. I appreciate the 14 rebounds, DJ, but he needs to be a double-double guy, and he really had to show his presence on the defensive side.
Hopefully the Hawks, again, we take this show at a time. We hadn't seen game 2, but hopefully the Hawks can get one game and there's still that home court advantage. Coming back to Atlanta for 2 games, and again, that's what you want to have when you start these playoffs. You want to get one on the road.
Well, that's the template, DJ. You got to steal one on the road, DJ. Hold your home court advantage as you increase, if you steal one on the road, but you got to steal one on the road. And I think really that turns a series around, or really it closes it down, DJ, because you can't go down 2-0, 3-0 and think you're going to come back and win the whole series. That's not happening.
Let's check in on some of the other games on the Eastern Conference side of it. When you talk about the Boston Celtics and who they are, unfortunately for Isaiah Thomas, he lost his sister. And I
Yeah.
know that in a tragic situation, normally you don't respond the way he did, but he played the game, Dale, and he played the game of his life in game one.
Well, he played with all his heart and very emotional, and he should be. And then he's going to play game two that I hear, man. But I think really I think it would even be worse for him if he didn't play.
Right.
So I think really that might be some refuge for him, some, solitary for him to play through all this tragedy, and I think he'll do well. But at the same time, I really enjoy watching a basketball game, a playoff basketball game from the Boston Garden. That hadn't happened in a long time, DJ, and just seeing that nostalgic mood of them playing at the Boston Garden. But I wasn't accustomed to seeing them lose at the Boston Garden because the Chicago Bulls, really, people don't realize they have a pretty solid team, DJ.
Jimmy Butler is a rising superstar, and I know with him playing alongside Dwayne Wade, a healthy Dwayne Wade,
That's right.
This time of year, it's pretty exciting. Again, when Butler, I think he's emerging, and again,
Yes,
we know
he is.
Dwayne Wade is Dwayne Wade. He's been down this road many, many times, but don't count him out.
I don't think we really can. Again, they stole their first game, DJ, and like you said, they have a three-headed monster too. I mean, because you still got Dwayne Wade there, you got Butler, and then you got Rondo with all that experience, and they have a good bench too. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Celtics can even make it out of the first round, and they're the number one seed.
Well, again, the matchup with the Indiana Pacers and again the Cleveland Cavaliers, I know that everybody's thinking that it's time for the Indiana Pacers to step up, and they think that maybe the Cleveland Cavaliers have lost it. But in game two that we saw just the other night, LeBron James and those guys, man, J.R. Smith went down with a hamstring injury, but they just got too much firepower.
Well, they do, DJ, but really, I know it only takes 1 point to win each game, have one more point than everybody else had. But I just, that Cleveland piece of that, I just ain't feeling them, DJ. I mean, they play good in spots, they get a big lead, then everybody want to go one-on-one. Then all of a sudden in the fourth quarter, there's a minute left, and you look up like, man, these guys only have a 3-point lead. So I just think closing is big in big-time games, NBA Finals, as you move along. You have to have a closer on your team, and in the fourth quarter, you got to shut it down, player.
Out west, when you talk about San Antonio, I like what they're doing. Again, when you talk about Coach, that whole system with San Antonio, man, it's just regardless, it's almost interchangeable parts.
That's
But
right.
they just keep producing.
They keep producing, man. Coach Pop, that's what he does, DJ. And really, even with Tim Duncan not there, they got Aldridge in there now, but Tony Parker is still there. I thought he was done, man, but Tony Parker can turn up anytime. Ginobili, he's there. And then what do you got to say about a guy, Kawhi Leonard?
Yes.
I mean, really, they still have a solid team, and like you said, DJ, the depth of the team, to be able to keep on reloading with new bullets every time. San Antonio is going to be there, and I think they're probably the only someone out of the West that really can contend with the Golden State Warriors.
Well, check this out. What in the world's going on with Utah beating up on the Clippers, man?
Ooh, I don't know, man, but I like Doc, man, and I think really Doc is the guy over basketball, the whole operation, DJ. But at the same time, I think they're going to do something with that threesome, the Jordan piece, and Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. Those guys, I mean, really, this is their time to shine, DJ. But you can't get past Utah. Sums up, player.
Last but not least, the Golden State Warriors, man, they're not doing anything to make me think anything less than they will be there at the end of the day in the finals.
Well, really, I would put money on that one right there. I think they'll be in the finals. I don't know who they're going to be playing, but I see them being there. And, the strangest thing, DJ, even with the Kevin Durant piece, they play better with Kevin Durant not playing.
Yes.
And so I look at that end of things also. I still look, they're still one of the best shooting teams in basketball. When they get hot, they get hot. I mean, poor Portland. Portland might have shot 60%, DJ, but hey, the Warriors shot 65%. So, I mean, really, it's going to be an interesting deal. But, I would bet sure money that the Golden State Warriors are going to be in the Western Final anyway. So it's going to be interesting.
All right, well, don't you go anywhere. We got some important summer basketball camp information coming up. Of course, Anita Howard, the head coach of the CSU Lady Cougars, and her husband, Coach Theo Howard, will be here to give you all the information.
Sports Visions, brought to you by Cook Dental Care, Diverse Power, Crown Royal, Taylor Funeral Home, and the Hilton Garden Inn.
I'm back, swimming at the gym every week. Last month, I started playing tennis again. And 4 months ago, I went hiking for the first time. I struggled with knee pain for years. Just walking upstairs was difficult. But the St. Francis Orthopedic Institute was there, from surgery through physical therapy, helping me get back to doing the things I love. Thanks, St. Francis. I'm back in motion again.
Top quality used cars with a lifetime warranty. Now get more than ever before on a huge selection of used cars at Headquarter Nissan. Every make, every model, luxury, domestic, import, and more. We've got them all with a lifetime warranty. That's right, you're covered for life. But that's not all. You also get identity protection, theft protection, and more, all at no extra cost.
Drive with peace of mind on your pre-owned vehicle with a lifetime warranty at Headquarter Nissan.
Hi, I'm Grace Carswell. I almost lost my life in a car accident due to someone else's negligence. Forrest B. Johnson and Associates held the insurance companies accountable and worked tirelessly on my behalf to make sure I got the compensation I deserve. You can trust Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. Results you can bank on.
Call Forrest B. Johnson and Associates right now. 706-223-5380.
Welcome back to Sports Visions. Joining me right now, the championship coaches from Columbus State University, the Lady Cougars, of course, head coach Anita Howard and her husband, Coach Theo Howard. Welcome to Sports Visions.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I tell you, man, this community is still buzzing. Anita, you guys, I tell you, for a first-year coach to come in here and do what you've done, you've got to be proud of what you've accomplished.
Absolutely. You know, we didn't come up like we wanted to. Of course, we wanted to bring the national championship back to Columbus. But, you know, making it to the Elite Eight, finishing 31-2, winning the Peach Belt in our region, our big task that we was able to attain this year. And so, you know, the sky's the limit for next year. We're hitting the recruiting trail, and so we got some really good pieces coming in to go with our returners.
Absolutely. And in the spirit of what you guys did as a championship team, now you have an opportunity for these kids and these parents that followed you guys to get some up close and personal teaching from you guys with some summer camps.
Absolutely. So we're going to have our wonderful coaching staff and some of our players come out and enjoy the camp with us. And so we got an elite camp, an individual camp, and a team camp. And all of our camps that we're going to put on this summer are really good for whatever kind of player you are, whether you're an elite athlete, a beginner, or if you have a strong team. Luckily, he's over our camps for this summer, and so that's why he's with us. And so some of the teams that we're going to have at our team camp are really strong teams. And so we're looking to kind of not only get our local teams, but some teams from out of the area to come, not only to compete, but also to see Columbus State University.
Coach Theo is the camp director. I mean, obviously that's some good grassroots work to go out and serve. But again, the bottom line is finding a core group of kids to follow your program. Obviously, you want to teach them the fundamentals, and you want to get to the point of making sure they can take their game to the next level. But I like what you're doing. First year here, you guys got a game plan.
Absolutely. Michael Jordan said fundamentals never change, right? And so it's our opportunity to give back, go out and reach out to these young kids, build a future for them, expose our phenomenal facilities to the kids in the community. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal.
What are some of the dates? I know you got a couple. You got team camp, elite camp, and older. I mean, how's that going to work?
Absolutely. So on June 2nd, we'll have our elite camp. And so some of the underclassmen from some teams, some very competitive kids who are already committed. And so we're really excited about that. So if some of you coaches out there, you have some kids that are really competitive, they aspire to be collegiate athletes, that's the camp for them. It really is. On June 5th through the 9th, we'll have our individual camp, and that's for the youngsters. And so that's where we're our building blocks. We're going to start laying the right foundation for the young kids. That camp is for ages 6 to 16. And on June 15th through the 17th is our team camp, that opportunity for you coaches to get your teams out, have some bonding time, get them together, and have some really competitive environments for them to participate in. That's the one for you. We're expecting 30 to 40 teams. We'll be playing in courts all over Columbus State University, so they'll be able to look at all those phenomenal facilities, and it'll just be a good time.
Coach, Howard, you mentioned those facilities, and I know, again, bar none, D2, you guys have to have the best facilities.
I agree, we do.
And for those kids to come in to have an opportunity to play on those courts and to play in the Lumpkin Center, I love the Lumpkin Center.
Yeah, absolutely. So like Coach T was saying, you know, all of our camps, you know, although we have the elite camp named elite. Even the individual camp, they're going to get elite instruction. You know, myself, I'm going to be at every single camp, overseeing everything. My staff is going to be there, and then also some of our championship players are going to be there. And so to be able to play inside of the facility that we play in, you know, is also a blessing for the campers to come out. We do have several courts on campus, so all of our courts are, you know, really top notch, like you said. And just to see Columbus State overall, if you're not doing anything in June, you want to be at Columbus State. You know, we have something for everyone, and you're going to get a great product and get something out of it.
Coach T, what's the contact information if a parent or kid wants to call you or go online? What do they need to do?
You can go online and register at csucougars.com. All of the camps have registration information there. And as for the phone number, it is 706-507-8070. That's 706-507-8070.
Coach, in your parting shots, obviously you had an opportunity earlier in the week to speak at our Female Athlete of the Year camp. Man, you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you. That was a beautiful event. I mean, just to have all those young ladies out that are at the top of their game and perform so well is a blessing. I appreciate you guys having me out to speak. And so, you know, anytime you need me, I don't mind. And, you know, Columbus has so many great, talented female athletes. And so that was a phenomenal event.
Don't forget the camp information, but Coach, I'm going to let you take us out on the parting shots as far as, you know what, you accomplished so much this first year. What are your goals next year? I mean, obviously a national championship is in line, but talk to us a little bit about what it's going to take to get there.
We plan on continuing to bring that exciting brand of basketball. This year we was able to finish #1 in the nation for our field goal defense. We want to make sure that we go out the same way, but we want to win a national championship. And to do that, you got to have top tier recruits, which we have several young ladies that are returning that played on this 31-2 team that are ready to go. And then we have several recruits that we're bringing in. And so if you're not, you know, at a Columbus State women's basketball game, shame on you. We're putting a great product on the court. And so we want to see you inside of Lumpkin Center representing, you know, the CSU Cougars. You know, Columbus is a great city, but Columbus State is a great institution. And so we need you there cheering us on.
Thank you both for sharing with us, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.
Thank you,
Thanks
DJ.
for having us on Sports Vision.
All right, we'll be right back after this. Attention Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas. Sports Visions Entertainment presents the Party Bus Lifestyle. Take a trip with us. Don't worry about driving. 15, 25, 30 of your sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, family, or friends. Get to travel in luxurious lifestyle, in-town or out-of-town visits. Come travel with us and experience the exclusive luxury Party Bus Lifestyle. Call 706-681-1136 or 706-681-5192.
It's a very simple procedure, Mr. Diaz. We're just gonna make one small incision here, then we're gonna go in and remove your 67 Corvette.
My vet?
Yeah.
It's just a gallbladder.
You don't have Aflac paying you cash, so you might have to sell that sweet little muscle machine just to cover your rent. More funny juice.
But my papa gave me that.
What do you wish you had? Aflac. I love doing that.
Health can change, but the life you love doesn't have to. Keep your lifestyle healthy with Aflac.
Today, my dad walked me down the aisle. It seems like yesterday when he taught me how to drive. And just a few years later, he took me to college. But I remember the day my dad had a heart attack. And that almost changed everything. He needed open heart surgery. Lucky for us, we had the amazing doctors at the St. Francis Heart Hospital on our side. Because of their excellent care, he's here with me today. Thank you, St. Francis.
And welcome back to Sports Vision, Dale. Again, feel like we always say that after one of our events. Feel like proud papas, man. We've already had an opportunity to coordinate and execute our second annual Female Athlete of the Year Awards luncheon, man. Over 40 young ladies that we were able to honor. And again, you know, what a spectacular room. It was filled with, you know, not only talented athletes, but our very important sponsors and supporters, some parents, and you know what? It was just a great day.
It was a great day, DJ. A good look, you know, as we say, man. You know what? When you're honoring 24 schools from the Chattahoochee Valley area, you know, the female athletes of the year, and really, you know, the biggest thing that we kept popping on was about, you know, we came to celebrate you, not just tolerate you. And I think the girls, deservedly so, they need, you know, their honor. You know, they were, like I said, DJ, we've been saying it for the last 3 years. they are a little bit ahead of the boys right now.
And just to give you a little bit of information on how we were able to do and pick these ladies, we gave each athletic director and the coaches at the school the autonomy to pick their best 2 female athletes. And with that, we were going to be honoring them with Female Athlete of the Year trophies from their respective schools. And after which, those 44 young ladies were honored, we also had some specialty awards, and we'll have an opportunity for Dale to go down that list. And again, when you talk about these young ladies, Dale, and specialty awards, the GPAs and the extracurricular activities and the superlativeness in sports on the court or on the field, that's what separated everybody from the pack.
Well, really, DJ, the GPAs being all around, all the sports that they play, all the community services that they do, and really, I like, we always talk about it after, DJ, we wish we could do an all academic team, because really, if you took the average of all these girls that won, we still would be around about 3.8, 3.9, and that's out of 44 girls. So that really is a big thing. Speaking of that, the AFLAC Student of the Year was Miss Abby Dillon out of Brookstone, and she had a 4.55 DJ. We had the Jordan Girls Player of the Year, we had Tatiana Steele out of Chatco, and really she plays every sport. She's in ROTC, she's a cheerleader, she was the homecoming queen, and she still has a 3.6 DJ, stuff like that, man. You gotta honor these girls, man. And some of the other awards we had, we did community service stuff. The Crown Trophy Legacy Award went to the legendary Debbie Ball, which was a great deal to do. And then we got Sue Walton a Legacy Award, straight out of the Hall of Fame that she won last year. We got the Forrest B. Johnson Academic Award. That went to Miss Monica McNeil out of Central over there. And then we got the Sports Vision's Outstanding Player of the Year, the Sue Walton Outstanding Athlete of the Year. That went to Tatiana Wyatt of Columbus High School. The Cook Dental Care True Grit Award went to Miss Brittany Floyd out of Columbus High School. The Sports Vision Girls Basketball Georgia State Championship trophy that we gave out went to the Georgia State Champions, Columbus High School Lady Blue Devils. And then our Sports Vision Alabama State Championship Award went to the Glenwood Gators. The Sports Vision Community Service Award went to none other than Tripp Tomlinson and also David Jackson Jr. And our NCAA Women's Division II Coach of the Year went to Miss Anita Howard of Columbus State. So really, DJ, we covered everybody, man. We tried to bless everybody. Great event, and really, it's still a baby, DJ. This thing can get even bigger, man.
It can indeed. Of course, like I said, just so proud of all the award winners, and just proud of the people that came to the forefront to support us and help us put this together, because we couldn't have done it without our sponsors and our supporters.
Really, DJ, and I'm glad we got a lot of footage and a lot of photos, DJ, because really each photo can tell a story about basically everything that we wanted to pull together, and as far as the corporate sponsor, the community, the coaches, the ADs, the girls, the parents, it came full center, and boom. We got a great event going, only 2 years old, and we look forward to doing it even bigger and better next year.
Absolutely. And once again, thank you to everybody. And you know what? We're looking forward to seeing you in December, because obviously that is the anchor. But again, this Female Athlete of the Year Awards luncheon, it's a baby just like that football awards luncheon was once, but now that has bloomed into a full-grown man.
That's right, a full-grown man, and these ladies, what we continue to do with them, it's going to get even bigger also, and that's one thing that we really like. And again, our theme was just basically, we want to celebrate you, not just tolerate you.
All right, we'll be right back after this. If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come see us at Express Motors, 1210 14th Street, Phoenix City, Alabama. Or give us a call, 334-384-9101, with hundreds of vehicles to choose from. In-house financing, the right vehicle at the right price for you. We don't want all your business, just yours. Come see us, 1210 14th Street, Phoenix City, Alabama, or go online, www.expressmotorspc.com. Attention Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas. Sports Visions Entertainment presents the Party Bus Lifestyle. Take a trip with us. Don't worry about driving. 15, 25, 30 of your sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, family, or friends. Get to travel in luxurious lifestyle, in town or out of town visits. Come travel with us and experience the exclusive luxury Party Bus Lifestyle. Call 706-681-1136 or 706-681-5192.
Sports Visions, brought to you by Cook Dental Care, Diverse Power, Crown Royal, Taylor Funeral Home, and the Hilton Garden Inn.
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Vision Deal. I'm excited that we were able to finally get our Female Athlete of the Year Awards luncheon done, and of course have an opportunity to see so many good folks, man. I mean, it was just, like you said, a great look.
Great look, man. You know, again, DJ, one thing I do know and we do have in common, because we were just raised that way, every year, you know, we just try to strive for a spirit of excellence, and we're not perfect, but at the same time, we want to continue to get better and better, man.
And what can we say about Coach Anita Howard and, of course, Theo Howard? They both came on, of course, got a good thing going, man. I like the fact that they're taking advantage of that momentum that they've created with that winning culture over at CSU, and they're wanting to share that in the community with some of our elite athletes, some of our teams, and, of course, some of our kids.
I mean, really a great opportunity for Anita Howard and the CSU women's basketball program, DJ, and then for those girls that were here, you know, really, and I think really every time she was talking about the facilities that Columbus State had, it wasn't a recruiting deal, and we like to let people know that from the start, but really for her to come in and speak, just like when we have the men coaches coming in and speak to our guys with football, it's a great opportunity for the university, but the biggest thing with Anita, this is her first year, she got a great foundation, and a lot of those girls in that room I can see going to CSU play.
You're right about that. Hey, NBA playoffs, man, just getting started, and look, we're going to be playing basketball, championship basketball, playoff basketball up through June.
That's right, man, and really, DJ, I got another guy, man, that I got him on my team. I'm his agent now. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Ooh, man, he's a bad man.
Say
DJ.
that again.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Ooh, you've been practicing.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you.
At Headquarters Nissan, customer satisfaction is more than a philosophy, it's a promise.
I promise the best customer service while delivering the best price right up front.
This is our third Nissan, and it was a great buying experience.
I love the people at Headquarters Nissan.
And I promise outstanding customer service after the sale.
Their service department always takes care of our Nissan the first time and every time. Plus, you get $14.95 oil changes.
We promise to deliver a buying experience that's second to none.
Come see what all the excitement's about.
Headquarters Nissan.
Today, my dad walked me down the aisle. It seems like yesterday when he taught me how to drive. And just a few years later, he took me to college. But I remember the day my dad had a heart attack, and that almost changed everything. He needed open heart surgery. Lucky for us, we had the amazing doctors at the St. Francis Heart Hospital on our side. Because of their excellent care, he's here with me today. Thank you, St. Francis.
Truth be truth. The will to win will win. So intimidate your darkest fear. Revive every forgotten fantasy. Set goals you can never reach, then reach them. Count cards to fight fate stack deck. And if you want to win as much as you want to live, you're ready to reign on.